Have you ever drinking a lemonade that makes you so excited? Have you ever had a real lemonade?
Yeah, probably once or twice. Yeah.
Where the citrus kind of like
like a good lemonade, like a
it
homemade.
really something that really gets you like, whoa, that was great.
Yeah.
I feel like when you find something you like, it has like that effect on you. Like
That's
I
true.
like this.
Kane with $25. 28-year-old with confidence. I can succeed in what I pursue, but don't know what to choose. What are questions to ask yourself to help you find something in life that doesn't feel like work while still getting paid? How do you get there? That's a great question.
That is a good question. That is a loaded question, my friend. That is, I think, honestly, that's probably the hardest question to answer in the world because it's just so personal. Stuff like that is like it's like oyster preference.
Yeah, it's like when you ask for relationship advice or how to find a girl, and then they say you'll find them when you're not looking.
And then you're like, oh, I shouldn't ask you anything.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for nothing.
I'm still 3 times a day and depressed.
I'm still at the Target dressing rooms.
Yeah.
I'm
doing illegal shit now.
No, it's just so bad. So identifying what, I don't know, I guess passing yourself through a bunch of, this is a hard question to answer, so this is going to become fun. This is cringy shit, but it's very personal. I just found a lot of satisfaction over being able to buy and sell things or selling things because I like people and someone has to do it. And I was, when you go out there and you meet people and like antiques dealers are very stuff shirty and car dealers are slimy or like they don't get it, they don't have to be, and or vice versa. So I just found a lot of joy in but that wasn't like on purpose. I wasn't like I'm gonna set out to be a car salesman. I sort of like fell into it, and my father was one, and my uncle, so I was sort of like shoved into it. But I really just actually started to like it just because I do enjoy people. Do you like people? Do you not like people? Some people don't like being around people. That's a thing. Some people like being to themselves. That's a pretty good separating, a little line in the sand. And then how much contact do you want? How much money do you want to make? And it's sort of like how do you work backwards? You know what I mean? A sustainable work backwards from an amount of number that you can make. You know, if you can make a lot of sandwiches, how many do you think you can sell? Or it's all the same thing. How many blocks can you lay? How many lawns can you cut? How many surgeries can you do? How many years of schooling can you tolerate?
Yeah. How much debt can you take on?
How much loan are you allowed to take on right now?
Yeah.
So as far as trying to give you a legitimate answer, I mean, it's really one of those things that you gotta like. Have you ever drinking a lemonade that makes you so excited? Have you ever had a real lemonade?
Yeah, probably once or twice. Yeah.
Where the citrus kind of like.
Yeah, like a good lemonade, like a
really
homemade.
something that really gets you like, whoa, that was great.
Yeah.
I feel like when you find something you like, it has like that effect on you. Like I like this.
Yeah.
I've passed through life, nothing, boom, something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I would like to I could let people, one thing I know, like lending money. I never thought I could do that. And then I lent a friend money this year, and I was like, I'll never be able to part with I'm just gonna think someone's gonna me over. Mm-hmm. I get the money back. Nice. It was cool.
Yeah.
But I had like a palate for it.
Yeah. It's it's a learned skill. You get to practice it.
Renting things out though, like I let someone use my van. I was a nervous wreck for 3 straight days.
Yeah.
And I was like, never again. I will never let anybody use my van. Even if I was making money, it wouldn't have made up for the psychosis I was having.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and that's just something you think, I'll just buy a bunch of shit, rent it out or whatever it is, whatever, not everything has to start with buying merchandising or whatever, but it's really just like whatever you like you can do for a long period of time. Some people it's playing music, some people it's like being a traveler and seeing the world and doing
it's tough.
It's not an easy question.
There's a lot more different types of things you can do in the modern day though. In terms of jobs or online.
What are you genuinely interested in, and then sort of focus it or tear towards that.
See who's doing it the best.
Yeah. Find them out, seek them, work for them, work with them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, I like doing comedy. I ate big giant dumpsters full of gigantic shit. Yeah. Never made $1 for years.
We got Rob Ford with $50. Thank you, Rob Ford.
Rob Ford, the mayor from Toronto mayor, Rob Ford. People's champ.
I have an interview at GMC this Friday. What's the best way to learn all the models and ace this interview?
GMC lease deals.
First of all, get your note card, or what do they call it?
Yeah, get your notepad out.
Yeah.
Flip open that notepad. So GMC lease deals. You're not going to be talking about every young walk in and talk about like Denali's and shit like that. That's a no shit. GMC is going to be commercial pickups. I think are sitting. Duramax regular trim level commercial Duramax pickups probably are sitting. I think 1500s Sierras are sitting a little bit. No way. 2024 Sierra, $279 a month or $3,000. That's a steal. I'll take it at La Fontaine, right? But realistically, the Terrain is what they lease. All right. Just say you know that all you're going to be selling is Terrains and maybe Buicks, because most GMC, and Acadias, because those are the cheapest lease deal on the planet. Literally, it's the cheapest. The cheapest per square foot is the GMC Acadia, Chevy Equinox, and GMC Terrain on the top 10 cheapest leases list. This is a good deal. Like these pickup trucks are going to be great deals. It's going to be up to you to find the cool one and find the guy and say this is the best deal in the lot. It's better. Instead of driving a Terrain, you convert people from SUV buyers to pickup truck buyers and say that's going to be your angle. Say I know from a personal friend that a new Flex is the wife in a pimped out pickup truck for $279 a month is 5 times the truck than this rat Terrain, and it's true. You're not getting stuck. Better quality of a vehicle, more use. No clanging around in the back if you get a tonneau cover, and you can use it. Yes, you can get groceries. Just put them underneath the tonneau cover. They flood the streets. Chevy and GMC flood the streets with these little pieces of roller skates. That's what they do. Their business model is like predicated on these scum cars. And I bet you GMC is slamming them down their throats. You can say that. Is GMC slamming cars down your throat? He's going to go, oh yeah, which means GMC is like, here's 100 cars. And they're like, we only wanted 60. No, you're taking 100. So what do? Everybody drops their pants and floods the streets with them for $189 a month so they keep their jobs. So learn their used inventory. Find out their 5 best used cars. And then find out what the fastest turning used car is. That's what I would look for. That's what you're interested in knowing. What can't you keep on the lot? Oh, used Yukons. Oh, okay. Used certified pre-owned Yukons are the hottest ticket item. All right, where are we getting them? Are we calling people on lease retention to get them back in? How are we obtaining more used cars that we need to get? How are we getting them back in the doors of the dealership? Telling me that you want to have a good plan on that. And then conversion customers, getting people out of high-line leases that are that are going to be so upside down in these BMW, Audi, Porsche, Mercedes leases because they legitimately can't afford them. How do you get someone who's $10,000 flipped, where the value of their lease is $35,000, but their lease says they owe $48,000? Do you know how you do that? You do that with a $10,000 rebate. What car has a $10,000 rebate? Oh, a truck does. Guess what, Mrs. Homemaker? You can get out of your lease, and I can get you into one for $430 a month in a brand new truck, and we're going to bury all your negative equity. How's that sound? Great. Okay. That's what happens.
Bam.
But when you get people out of negative equity and people are upside down, you have to bury it with rebates. Who has rebates? 10,000 off GMC? That'll do it. So that's where we're going to be in for the next 2 years. It's going to be great. So any lease deals are going to be fantastic.
Sasha Grigorovich. Hi, Nick. I'm 25 with a master's, working in higher education, making $45K. I'm interviewing for a building inspection job making $90K. How do I tell my contractor dad that doesn't want me leaving my current job that this is a good idea?
Tell him you'll be making $45,000 for the rest of your life if
you don't do it.
Yeah, 3 years. And your dad's a contractor. Why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, that's odd.
Do you like it? Do you like working in higher education? Do you see upward mobility in it? I've worked for a lot of people. I mean, what's end result? You know, what's the common career path for a smart higher education employee? Like realistically, how do you like kill that? Right? You work overtime, you work summer programs, then what? You move to a private school, you become like maybe an assistant vice principal in a private or in a public school. You're in hell, right? Tough place to work. Okay, you take a private sector job. The private school jobs pay less. I think that's kind of well known. So you have to be in love with it, absolutely in love with educating children. Or you work for a university, which you probably already do. You work your way through your program, right? They press you and press you. You work for people who don't like it, who know it's a safe state job, which is brutal to work next to people like that. I mean, our banging pension state employees that are some of the worst people in the world. I think we all know that. You know, I got this job because of nepotism, and it's a good job. Like, I'm not going to work through. I'm going to make my life miserable, and everybody that works around me is going to be in hell. I mean, I think that's pretty clear. I mean, I don't think I'm too far off on that reality. We have tons of schools and stuff like that. My educator friends are miserable. The only ones that aren't are like the ones who legitimately just love being teachers and shit like that. But as far as career and upward mobility, it's like one path, like become a principal or not, you know, or open up a secondary school or open up a daycare, and you have, or tutoring service on the side, and you have to like hustle with the summers off. And if you don't like it, leave. 45 grand a year is not enough it's not enough money for someone who has a master's degree. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, I don't want to hear that. I'm going to sit here. Yeah. You make more money driving a city bus. Insulting. And that's not my problem. I'm not going to advocate and fight for teachers' money. I don't even know where to begin. But the reality of like selling cars to teachers, like I don't feel good about educators making fucking 45 and then 52, then 60, and it's a slow way up. Sometimes inner city, you can kill it, make 80, 90 grand a year with overtime. Awesome. I have friends that do that too, but it's a lot of work, and they work their ass off, and they do it because, you know, but I feel for you, and I get it. And if you hate it, leave. And, you know, working a good student, sounds like you're a good student. You could work for a builder or a large building firm, a large scale construction company, keeping things tidy. I've always said construction favors the ladies. If it's detail oriented is not most guys' strong suit in most companies, and there's a lot of fucking work out there. The trades are desperate for help, and I don't see it. You know, see guys like, oh, telling girls to go work in construction. Yeah, keep my ass neat all the time. Oh, I didn't come. I forgot to call him. Why? Because I drank this kind of whiskey. Oh, I stayed up with Chris.
This kind of whiskey.
Yeah. Oh. And it's kind of, and I know it's an unfortunate reality. I'm not kicking you when you're down, but yeah, to double your salary. I mean, think about it in a 5-year time period. You know, you did half the work twice. You know, come on, you're doubling down.